good evening, everybody. I bet you're wondering where I have been. It's been a busy day. But this is Chattin with CHAP, and I am your host, Ginger Wade, and we're coming live at you right around 7 p.m., which is a special time for this week. Today is Q&A day, where I answer your questions, and let me tell you, we got a lot of questions about convention. But I will tackle some other things before I get to convention. Two of the things I mentioned on Sunday today is some deadlines. And so if you were planning on having your graduating senior apply for the CHAP scholarship, well, guess what? Today is the last day. There's an essay to write and some letters of recommendation to get together. So if your senior was planning on doing that, then by golly, it's time to get on it. But we have received a number of applications, so thank you so much for applying to that. And we're looking forward to checking them out and looking through them and awarding 2 scholarships at the convention on Saturday morning, which is always a fun treat. So the second deadline is for the College and Career Day, which is happening June 13th. The deadline that we're talking about for today is for the I Start Strong inventory. So it's not a cutoff for registration for that event. It's just if you want your team to take the I Start Strong inventory that they then use to talk through your child's interests at the event, that sign-up deadline is tonight. So you're going to want to go to chaponline.com under events and check out the College and Career Day. That's where you register to do that I Start Strong inventory for your teens. You can come to the event without doing that inventory, but there is a special session where someone from Elizabethtown College will walk through your child's responses responses and maybe give them some direction as to what would be a good career to consider based upon their interests. So those are your 2 deadlines for today: scholarship, I Start Strong inventory, sign up. So just want to make sure that you're aware of that. Okay, let's move into our questions for today. I will cover, I think I only have 4 questions that are not convention related, and then a bunch of convention questions. So let's just jump right in. So I was talking to folks about CTC. We might called it VOTEC when we were growing up. Now they call it CTC, and there was a law passed that gives homeschoolers equal access into CTC, but we were discussing the fact that kids don't actually maybe get the same, I don't know what the word is, but they're not accepted as quickly, or you might not get your positions that you want as much as public school students. So we were talking about alternatives to that, and I was talking about apprenticeships, and you might want to check out Mike Rowe at mikeroweworks.org. He actually gives out scholarships and stuff for apprentices and things like that. Check that out. But man, if you can apprentice or learn a trade hands-on instead of trying to go to VOTEC, you could be set up with a job even before you get done being trained, because they'll train you and keep you on. So you might want to think about that before spending your time at CTC. Another question was about the district of residence for the evaluator letter. So one of the options for being an evaluator is if someone writes a letter and says, hey, I want this person to be my evaluator, and here's why. Here's all their qualifications. And then on there it says what's your district of residence. That is not the district of residence for the evaluator. It is the district of residence for the people, like where you live, like the people who are doing the homeschooling. So that letter is going to go to your superintendent, and your superintendent needs to give the okay to use that person. Now, once a superintendent gives an okay for that person once, then you can evaluate anyone in that school district. But it's not the superintendent of the evaluator's school district. It's the superintendent of the homeschoolers school district. Okay, so that's what that was all about. The next question was, how are your groups listed? Someone wrote in and they were using our group listing option, and they thought it was by location, meaning that the group was in, say, if it was listed under Lancaster County, that group was in Lancaster County, but she was finding groups from other counties listed in whichever county she was looking at and thought that was confusing. And what I explained is that the listing isn't necessarily by where the group is located, but it's listed by nearness. Like if you're in York and you might still be willing to go to Lancaster, then there might be some Lancaster groups listed under York. So it's more like the area that would be close enough to attend to is where they're listed. And the reason they're listed like that is that group leaders are given the option to choose where they want to list their availability. This is like a really big deal. It might seem kind of silly for Lancaster because there's a million of groups where we are here in Lancaster. But when you get up north or northeast or even in the middle of the state, there's like wide areas where there's not so many homeschoolers, and you might be willing to travel a county or so to get to a group because you're dispersed further out than we are down here. So that is why we decided to do listings like that. So just to explain, when you're looking at our group listing, that's how it's listed out. The last non-convention question we have is, why is the college and career day the same day as the convention? I can't attend both because Jennifer De La Rosa is speaking on doing college at home and how to earn college credit at home so you don't have to pay for college. But Elizabethtown College is also doing a college and career day and explaining what you need to do to prepare for college and how you deal with financial aid and what course of study you might want to consider. Why are these happening at the same time? I can't go to both. Well, the truth is they are on the same day, but they're not at the same time. So the college and career day with eTown is in the morning, and it is free. The only thing that costs is the iStart Strong interest inventory, which is deadlining today. So if you want to do that, you need to sign up for that today. But registration is still open, and it is free. The only thing that costs is to do the iStart Strong inventory. That's in the morning. And then Jennifer De La Rosa is speaking after lunch at our pre-convention sessions, which is new to homeschooling, high school, homeschooling high school, and also doing college at home, getting college credits at home, and how to prepare for college. That's Jennifer's portion. So you can do both. You can do the college and career fair in the morning, and then come and check out what Jennifer has to say in the afternoon. So that is awesome, and we planned it that way on purpose. So let's jump into the convention questions. There's a number of them here. There's a question about the teen tracks. There's this great teen track that we're having. Once you register for convention, you'll get a confirmation email, and in that confirmation email, you get the option for signing your teen up for teen track. And they will actually take grades age 11 through 18 in that teen track. But do you need to bring any supplies for the teen track because they're doing an online animation course? No, everything's going to be supplied. You do not need to worry about it. So just send your teen, and they will have a great time. The teen track, I think, costs $45. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and get your teen signed up. The next convention question was, is the convention helpful? Yes. Yes, it is. You can ask anyone who has been to a CHAP convention, or you can watch any of my shows where I talk about convention. It is super helpful. There's lots of sessions. If you watch my reminder video that I just did this past Sunday, go back, scroll back, and look for the little mini short one I did on Sunday. I talk about all the topics we're covering. It is oodles of topics, and the topics I listed is not all the sessions. Those are just the topics. There's multiple sessions on some of those topics. So you can get how to homeschool help, how to get started. You can get marriage, parenting, guidance, counseling, high school help. There's special needs help, all kinds of help at this event. It's also super helpful to be in the vendor hall. You can talk to vendors. You can look at their curriculum. You can compare one curriculum to another. You can talk to the people, see how it works, get explanations. There are vendor workshops where you can go and learn how to use their product. So those things are all super helpful. You can talk to other people who have used it. You might run into someone who's getting more supplies. They've used it before and they're stopping by the booth, and you start talking to them and say, hey, how does this work? I love it. It's great. This is what we did with it. And you never know what kind of conversations you're going to have. You can also stop by the chat booth and get all kinds of resources from us. We're going to have mentors in the booth all the time, so you can stop and have a chat with us about something that you're concerned about. There's also giveaways. You can win stuff. So there's so many good things, and it's just when we're together, I can't stress it enough. Like, I know we can share information with you guys right like this, but when we're together, there's just a strengthening that happens that is so important and so valuable, which is why we chose the theme that we did. It's like, it's coming together, we're encouraging each other, we're equipping each other, and we just find strength in being together and being in community. So yes, the convention is helpful. Okay, the next question. I can't find my confirmation letter that enables me to volunteer and enables me to sign up for Teen Track. Well, many times CHAP emails will go to your junk or spam. So my first thing that I suggest is that you go to your junk or spam folder and look for an email from us, a confirmation to your registration, and we'll have all that stuff in it. More than likely, that's what happened. If you cannot find it, please write in to staff@chaponline.com. I will forward your request, a need for your confirmation, off to the registration team, and they will resend that to you. But make sure you're always looking in your junk or spam. Maybe you can even stick us in your mail, in your contacts list, so that your email knows to accept our emails. Okay, so the next question is, how do I volunteer and what is payback? So if you check out our page on Facebook, there was just a post about this today and explains all the benefits. We have volunteers and super volunteers. So when you volunteer 3 to 4 hours, you get the early bird pricing back, so it's $45 back. So at this point with your register, I think it's $50, so it'll be $5 short of your registration fee. So in other words, you're paying $5 to come to the convention, which is incredible. And you get recordings, and I'm not even sure what else is on there. And then there's super volunteers that volunteer all day long, and they get lunch, and they get other stuff they get in free. So you should totally check it out. We need lots of volunteers. I think last count we only had a little over 40, and we need like 200 volunteers. So folks, we need you to volunteer. Older teens, like teens, can volunteer too. Young ones can't. Now, young ones can go with you if they can kind of sit still and kind of be with you there. But children can't really volunteer. So they would need to be older teens that can be responsible for themselves. So anyway, yes, we need volunteers. Register for convention, and then you will get the confirmation email, which allows you to volunteer. You can sign up and choose the slot that you want, and there's explanations of all the different slots that are needed and everything. It's way too much for me to go into here, but register and go check it out, and you will find out all the information. Okay, next question. Which sessions will be recorded? Well, everything on Friday and Saturday will be recorded. Thursday, we're working on. I think we're going to be recording everything for the new to homeschool and high school and college, I think. Special needs, I don't know that special needs is going to be recorded. So my suggestion to all of you who are considering coming, if you want to go to special needs and are wondering what you should go to, because sometimes the special needs overlaps the other stuff, go to the special needs, because I'm not sure it's going to be recorded, and then you can buy recordings of the other stuff, because we will be recording. I know there's lots of requests for Jennifer De La Rosa. We will make sure she's recorded. Not sure that the special needs will get recorded, so make sure you attend those sessions, and you can get recordings of the other sessions. Okay, and the children's, is there a children's program? No. No, there's not a children's program. We don't have a volunteer to organize it, and it's actually very expensive to run a children's program, especially with all the clearances you need to get and all that stuff. The cost of having a children's program will be really, really high, and we have no one to organize it. So if that is something you would like to make sure that CHAP provides at its next convention, write into us and let us know, because we would love to have a leadership team for a children's program. The Teen Track is, like I said before, 11 to 18-year-olds, and it's $45. So once you register for convention, you will get your confirmation email, and in there you can register your child for the Teen Track. The last question, and most frequently asked question regarding The convention is about the used curriculum sale, and we are not having used curriculum sale. We had very faithful, hardworking volunteers who retired last year, and we did not have a leader to step up and keep it running for this year. So we are looking for leaders. We might have a leader, but we're looking for a team. We need a team. So if the UCS is super valuable to you and you want to make sure that it happens in the future for people, because we have, I can't tell you how, so many requests about the UCS. Everyone loves it. And I do too, but we need hands. We need help and we need people. So if that is something that is of value to you and you want to make sure that that service is available next year, please write into us. Please write into us and say, hey, I want to be part of the youth curriculum team. I'm willing to, help and put in the extra hours ahead of time to make sure that this happens for next year. So please let us know. Like I said, it is a great service. It is a service that we provide. So as we have volunteers for it, so again, running a convention takes a lot of hands. Like I said about volunteering earlier, we need a lot of volunteers to make this event happen. It's a big event. It takes a lot of work. We need a lot of people to make it function well. So I do ask, please sign up, please register, please sign up to be a volunteer. And like I said, if you want UCS next year, write into us and let us know that you'd like to be on the UCS team, and we will get your contact information and we will make sure that you are contacted about that for the coming years. So those are all the questions for today. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's late, so the 2 deadline reminders again, sign up for I Start Strong. That is for the College and Career Day, and then the CHAP scholarship applications need to be in by tonight. So if you have a procrastinator, a few more hours left. It's getting late, but you got a few more hours that you can get that application in there. So thank you for tuning in, and we will have another interview coming up on Thursday, I think. I'm not sure that it's a convention interview on Thursday this week, actually. I'm not sure who Ro's chatting with. She's been interviewing so many people and having really great conversations. So tune in again on Thursday for a new episode of Ro's Resource Room, and I will be back with you next Tuesday. I think we might talk about record keeping. What you got to keep and what you don't got to keep, and how long do you got to keep it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you next week. Have a great, great night and a great rest of your week, and we will see you then. Bye.